everyone dash responsible for their work? Is it are, is, where, be? The correct answer is. So the sentence would be everyone is responsible for their work. Here the subject is everyone, the verb would be is, and the subject number here is singular. Now indefinite pronouns like everyone, someone, each are singular. So the structure would look something like subject, verb, and then complement. Although everyone referred to many people, it is grammatically singular. So the correct sentence would be everyone is responsible for their work. A number of students dash absent today. Is it is, are, was, be? The correct answer is are. A number of students are absent today. Here the subject is a number of students and the verb would be are and the subject number is plural. So a number of is treated as plural. Here the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Since it referred to several students, the verb must be plural. So the correct sentence would be a number of students are absent today. The number of students in the class dash increasing. Is it are, is, where, be? The correct answer is. So the sentence would be the number of students in the class is increasing. And the subject would be the number, the verb would be is, and the subject number is singular. Now the number of, take a singular verb, and the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Here the focus is on the number itself, which is singular. So the sentence would be the number of students is increasing. Neither the teacher nor the students dash ready. Is it is, are, was, be? And the correct answer is are. Neither the teacher nor the students are ready. Here the subject would be students, which is the nearest subject. And the verb would be are. And the subject number would be plural. With neither and then nor, the verb agree with the nearest subject. So the structure would look subject, verb, and then complement. Since student is the closest or the nearest subject to the verb, and plural, we use are. So the correct sentence would be neither the teacher nor the students are ready. Each of the players dash given a medal. Is it are, is, where, be? And the correct answer is. So the sentence would be each of the players is given a medal. Here the subject is each and the verb would be is. And the subject number here is singular. Each is always singular and the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Even though players are many, each focuses on one at a time. So correct sentence would be each of the players is given a medal. The committee dash discussing the issue. Is it are, is, where, be? The correct answer is. So the sentence would be the committee is discussing the issue. If the subject is committee and the verb would be is, the subject number here is singular, that is collective noun. Now, a collective noun acting as one unit, take a singular verb. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then object. Now the committee is acting together as one group or one unit. So the correct sentence would be the committee is discussing the issue. The quality of the apples dash good. Is it are, is, where, be? The correct answer is. The quality of the apples is good. Here the subject would be quality and the verb would be is. So the subject number here is singular. The verb agrees with the main subject, not the noun after of. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Here quality is the real subject, so the verb must be singular. So the correct sentence would be the quality of the apples is good. Mathematics dash an interesting subject. Is it are, is, where, be? The correct answer is. Mathematics is an interesting subject. The subject would be mathematics, verb would be is, and the subject number here is singular. Names of academic subject like mathematics, physics, economics are singular. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Even though the word ends with S, it represents one field of studies. So the correct sentence would be mathematics is an interesting subject. 10 kilometers dash a long distance to walk. Is it R? Is where? B. The correct answer is. 10 kilometers is a long distance to walk. Here the subject is 10 kilometers and the verb would be is. The subject number here is singular, treated as one measurement. When distance, time, money, or weight is treated as one unit, the verb is always singular. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Although kilometers is plural, the phrase that represents one total distance. So the correct sentence would be 10 kilometers is a long distance to walk. The news dash surprising. Is it R? Is where? B. And the correct answer is. The news is surprising. Here the subject is news. The verb would be is. The subject number here is singular. Now words like news, politics, economics are grammatically singular. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Even though news end in S, it refers to information as a whole. So the correct sentence would be the news is surprising. One of the boys dash late. Is it R? Is where? B. And the correct answer is. One of the boys is late. Here the subject is one and the verb would be is. The subject number here is singular. In one of plus plural noun, the verb agrees with one. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Although boys is plural, the real subject here is one. So the correct sentence would be one of the boys is late. Many a student dash fail the test. Is it have, has, where? B. The correct answer is has. Many a student has failed the test. If the subject is many a student, the verb would be has. The subject number here is singular. The expression many a is grammatically singular. That is subject, verb, and then object, the structure. Although it suggests many students, the grammar treated as a singular. So the correct sentence would be many a student has failed the test. Either of the answer dash correct. Is it R? Is where? B. And the correct answer is. Either of the answer is correct. Here the subject is either and the verb would be is. And the subject number here is singular. Now indefinite pronoun like either, neither, each are singular. The structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Even though answers are plural, that is either, refer to one of them. So the correct sentence would be either of the news is correct. The team dash winning the match. Is it R? Is where? B. And the correct answer is. The team is winning the match. Here the subject will be team, verb would be is, and the subject number here is singular, and it is a collective noun. Now collective noun acting as one unit take singular verb. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then action. The team acts together as a singular group. So the correct sentence would be the team is winning the match. The police dash investigating the case. Is it is, are, was, B. And the correct answer is are. So the police are investigating the case. If the subject is police and the verb would be are and the subject number here is plural. Now word like police, people, cattle are plural noun. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then action. police refer to many officers. So the correct sentence would be the police are investigating the case. Bread and butter dash my favorite breakfast. Is it R, is, where, B? And the correct answer is bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. Here the subject is bread and butter and the verb would be is, and the subject number here is singular idea. Now two nouns forming one idea take singular verb. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Bread and butter together form one meal. So the correct sentence would be bread and butter is my favorite breakfast. The rich dash not always happy. Is it is, are, was, B? And the correct answer is are. The rich are not always happy. Here the subject is the rich. The verb would be are, and the subject number here would be plural. The adjective used as noun, the rich, the poor, take plural verb. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Here the rich refer to rich people as a group. So the correct sentence would be the rich are not always happy. $50 dash enough to buy the book. Is it R, is, where, B? The correct answer is. $50 is enough to buy the book. Here the subject would be $50 and the verb would be is. The subject number here is singular unit. Now money, amount are treated as singular when considered as a whole. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Now the phrase represents one total amount. So the correct sentence would be $50 is enough to buy the book. The majority of the voters dash in favor. Is it is, are, was, B? And the correct answer is are. The majority of the voters are in favor. Here the subject would be majority of the voters. So the verb would be are and the subject number is plural. Now when majority refer to many individual, the plural verb is used. So subject, verb, and then complement. The sentence refer to many voters individually supporting something. So the correct sentence would be the majority of the voters are in favor. The furniture dash very expensive. Is it R, is, where, B? The correct answer is. The furniture is very expensive. Here the subject is the furniture and the verb would be is. The subject number is singular, that is uncountable noun. Now uncountable nouns such as furniture, advice, information, luggage take singular verb. That is subject, verb, and then complement. Furniture refer to item collectively and it is treated as a singular noun. So the correct sentence would be the furniture is very expensive. Neither of the answer dash correct. Is it R, is, where, B? So the sentence would be neither of the answer is correct. So the subject would be neither and the verb would be is. Here the subject number takes singular. Now indefinite pronoun like neither, either, each always takes singular verb. So there will be subject, verb, and then complement. Although answer is plural, the true subject here is neither. So the correct sentence would be neither of the answer is correct. The pair of the shoe dash new. Is it R, is, where, B? So the correct answer is. The pair of the shoe is new. Here the subject would be pair, the verb would be is, the subject number here is singular. When the subject is pair, set, or group, the verb agrees with that singular noun. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Even though shoes are two items, the subject pair is singular. So the correct sentence would be the pair of shoes is new. More than one student dash failed the exam. Is it have, has, where, B? The correct answer is has. More than one student has failed the exam. Here the subject is more than one student and the verb would be has. The subject number here is singular. Now the phrase more than one take a singular verb. So that will be subject, verb, and then object. Even though it suggests several students, grammatically it behaves as singular. So the correct sentence would be more than one student has failed the exam. The jury dash divided in their opinion. Is it R, is, R, was, B? And the correct answer is R. The jury are divided in their opinion. Here the subject would be jury, the verb would be are, and the subject number is plural. Collective noun take plural verb when members act individually. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Here the jury members have different opinions so that the verb become plural. So the correct sentence would be the jury are divided in their opinion. Time and tides dash for none. Is it wait, waits, waiting, or waited? And the correct answer is wait. So the correct sentence would be time and tide wait for none. Here the subject is time and tide, and the verb would be wait. Here subject number takes plural form, and two subjects joined by an usually take a plural verb. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then object. Time and tide are two separate things, so the verb must be plural. And the correct sentence would be time and tide wait for none. The data dash incomplete. Is it is, are, was, B? The correct answer is are. The data are incomplete. Here the subject would be data and the verb would be are. Here the subject number is plural. In formal English, data is the plural of datum. So the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Because data refer to many pieces of information, the verb becomes plural. So the correct sentence would be the data are incomplete. A lot of water dash wasted. Is it are, is, where, B? And the correct answer is. So a lot of water is wasted. Here the subject would be water, verb would be is, and the subject number here is singular. When a lot of is followed by an uncountable noun, the verb is singular. Here the structure would be subject, verb, and then complement. Water is uncountable, so it takes a singular verb. So the correct sentence would be a lot of water is wasted. A lot of students dash present. Is it is, are, was, B? The correct answer would be are. A lot of students are present. Here the subject would be student, verb would be are, and the subject number would be plural. When a lot of is followed by a plural noun, the verb becomes plural. Here students are many individual. So the plural verb are is used. So the correct sentence would be a lot of students are present. The captain along with his players dash practicing. Is it are, is, where, B? And the correct answer is the captain along with his player is practicing. The subject would be captain, verb would be is, and the subject number would be singular. Phrase like along with, together with, as well as do not change the subject. The main subject is captain, so the verb must be singular. If you look at the correct sentence, the captain, which is the subject, along with his players, is practicing, which is singular, is.